How y'all doing today? 24-hour rule is obviously over. I think there's a lot of substance like last week. I said there's a lot to learn from last week's game. Well, same applies this week. I always talk about going out there and playing our standard, trying to play our brand of football. Well, I think one thing that I can take away from this game is how pleased we are of the mental toughness we showed in this game. Just talk about overcoming adversity and most importantly, playing together as a team. So I think we're not where we want to be, but we're going to continue to take positive steps in the right direction. We're going to continue to go out there and work hard every day at practice, and we're going to continue to build from here on out and try and be the team we want to be the team we know we can be.
Jalen, you got a question Saturday about the Iron Bowl and comparisons of this game. Can you make comparisons? Is it just beside the intensity and the rivalry and the schools, the fan bases don't like each other and whatnot?
I've said it before. Everybody's kind of a rivalry, but the whole stadium was split in half. That's probably the most unique thing about it.
Jalen, you talked to us a lot about building and growing. What do you think it means for this team with the defense kind of being the force that kept you guys going, that kept things stable Saturday? Because that history's been backwards over the last few
I've
years.
heard Kenny Murray say a whole lot. The past doesn't define us. And from my experiences, this is the same team I prepared for when I was at Alabama, and it's not the same team. I think we have a different identity. I think we have a different approach to how we handle our business, and we have complete trust in everyone that touches the field.
Jalen, you talked about after the game about emotional ties to the university and how you feel that now. And I just wanted to clarify, did you mean that you feel it now after the OU Texas game, or was there a moment before that when you started to actually feel sort of like a Sooner?
That's probably one of the most unique things about my entire situation and me coming here. I think there's definitely a more emotional attachment there now.
Because of the Texas game?
Jalen, you talked about mental toughness and overcoming adversity. Can you talk a little bit about how you were able to do that, 2 early turnovers, but yet continue playing your game?
Well, yeah, I think that's a testament to the guys on the team, and we all played together. We showed the right type of mental toughness, and we persevered through it. One of the things that I heard a couple of teammates say to me, I'm always encouraging to them through thick and thin. But one of the guys told me, he said, wherever you go, I go. And me considering that I'm probably the newest guy, one of the newcomers of the team, and they've named me captain. They've accepted me as that guy and as that leader. I took that personal. I took it to heart, and I'm very appreciative of it.
Jalen, what did you learn Saturday from the turnovers that you had in the red zone? There was the fumble, there was the interception, and then there was another pass that was kind of close to being picked off. What did you learn in those moments?
I just talk about the same thing, the mental toughness we had. I know I didn't put the team in the best situations, but we had each other's backs, and that's very pleasing. And I think we just have to continue and build and move forward in the right direction, have the right intent.
Did you feel like maybe that was the first time this season that you'd pressed a little bit in those situations?
I wouldn't say I pressed, just made a couple bad decisions, put the team in bad situations, and we persevered and then came back strong.
What do you appreciate about Lincoln's, the way that he handles that with you when those situations occur?
I've dealt with different coaches, different experiences, so to each their own. he has a different approach to how he handles his, how he coaches. I mean, look, the E word it still applies. Execute. We got to execute. Every possession has to end in the kick. And you got to be smart and play our ball. Got to attack.
Could you tell us what differentiates him from other coaches in those moments?
I mean, I have a lot of control on my actions. I got to execute, and I got to do my job. That's all.
Jalen, you also said after the game that you're probably going to be one of the only guys who's been able to win the OU Texas game in the Iron Bowl. Are you a student of college football history? Is that something you've studied and are appreciative of, or is that something that maybe you won't fully appreciate until a few years down the road?
Yeah, I find time to appreciate all these, everything that y'all talk about, this rap poison. I appreciate it later when I'm done playing and my cleats are hung up.
The last 2 touchdowns that CD scored, from your vantage point, were you able to watch those? Did you have a pretty clear view of the moves he was making and the way he got himself clear, or did you have to see it later on the big screen or even in the film room? And what did you think when you saw what he had done?
I say it all the time. CD Lamb is a great player. He's an even better guy. Talk about the plays he makes, the hard work he puts into this team and the investments he makes. I think it was on full display, and I think it'll only get better for him.
Were you able to see it in live action from back in the pocket?
With all that emotion that's going on before the game on Saturday, we know that's not where your mind is. You like to keep things calm. What were you able to do to kind of help get guys calmed down? And then are you concerned at all about how emotional you guys were, given the fact that you're a play-at-a-time type guy? You know what I'm saying?
I think people don't know what they don't know. There's always a outside perspective on how someone may view something in reality. Inside here, we think an entirely different type of way. So regardless of what you see, what matters most is about how we approach these games, how we approach every week, how we approach practice, and how we approach trying to, achieve the things we want to achieve and be the best group, best team we want to be.
Do you know something about this team that you didn't know going into the Cotton Bowl? I mean, beating Texas the way you guys did, does that teach you something about yourself?
I just think, I just think we're taking strides every week. I think we're moving in the right direction every week. We're not satisfied. I mean, we've got a ways to go, and we're gonna get ready for West Virginia. We're gonna try and prepare and be ready for those guys.
Can you lean on your experience in big victories, how to turn that page and go to the next game? Can you use that with your teammates?
I think we're going to be, as far as mentally and the mentality we have right now, I think we'll be fine. Those are all external factors. Talk about the 24 hours is over.
How surprised were you out there at midfield for the coin toss to hear Mike DeFee, the referee, be so stern and strict and talk about the history of the game and also tell everybody to knock off all the extracurriculars?
You telling me stuff I didn't know. What you talking about?
At midfield at the coin flip when he's...
I don't think I was listening to the coin.
You were right there by, you were right.
I wasn't.
I think they're head and tails, huh?
He's going to be disappointed. The whole stadium heard it.
I didn't.
Did you usually not listen to the referee?
Had my mind on other things. I was in my element.
Jalen, I saw that you'd responded to ESPN's tweet about your behind-the-back play. Is that, when that happens, is that like an out-of-body experience, or is that born from something that you just kind of mess around with all the time?
I was definitely in my body. It just kind of happened. And I know early in the game I kind of jammed up, and my whole hands kind of swelled up, so I wasn't really able to grip the ball like I wanted to, wasn't able to control the ball like I wanted to. But I think honestly I was just trying to reach away from him, and like it's bad, horrible ball security. Ticked off, I fumbled, but kind of just switched it to my left hand and made a play. CD made a play.
I think the same thing might have happened to Kyler and Baker in recent years, but do you feel snubbed not being nominated for Homecoming King this year? I'll fight for that if you want it to happen.
No, I've never been homecoming king. Never in.
Not even high school?
Not even in high school. I never went to a coin toss in high school.
I don't think I did either. Thank you.
I had to get you to get my homecoming king campaign going.